Hi, this is Marcey Rader, your productivity lead at RaderCo. I'm the principal contributor to the Health Powered Productivity podcast, where we give you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge in areas of productivity, health, and clutter that you can implement right away. Looking for ways to support our health powered productivity mission? We welcome donations to our tip jar, linked in the show notes. We encourage you to check out our RaderCo recommendations page on our site, where we list all of our favorite products, services, and apps. We get a little kickback and you get vetted tools that we use ourselves. Now, on with the show. Paulo Coelho famously said, "Mistakes repeated more than once is a decision." I agree, kind of. When we get sucked into our email, social media, or shopping, it's often an impulse or habit. We're encouraged by technology's ability to lure us in with never-ending feeds, clickbait headlines, and a dopamine response we can't ignore. When we purposely divert our attention to Instagram, LinkedIn, or the New York Times, is it really a distraction since we are doing it intentionally? Distraction means a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. Intention means a thing intended, an aim or plan. If we're choosing to do it, we're being intentional about scrolling through Netflix or reading through Amazon reviews. Netflix isn't turning itself on. Amazon isn't forcing us to continue reading. That game you're playing ends, but it's so easy to start another one. The friction is almost non-existent. Distraction moves us away from a goal. Traction moves us closer to a goal. What's the commonality? The word action is in both. Side note, Traction is a great book. We own our distractions. We have the game on our phone. We don't have limits set for social media. We refuse to put a do not disturb sign up when we're in deep focus mode. We're unwilling to create an environment where the things in our control are limited. What's a distraction? The Amazon truck pulling up. I can't control that. The chat box screaming at me if I work at a company where we can't put it on do not disturb. Someone knocking on the door to the phone booth at my co-working space. All of those distractions. If you're finding ways to sabotage yourself, what's so hard about that task that's causing you to do that? It's way too easy for me to get sucked into my inbox. So I use Inbox Pause by Boomerang to send emails, and then I don't see them except when I unpause my inbox. So when it's paused, I don't see new emails coming in until I unpause the inbox. I use the app Freedom to keep me from going to LinkedIn every time I think of something I want to check. And instead, I keep a running list on my Panda Planner anytime throughout the day that I want to go to LinkedIn and check something. And then I end up batching it and going 1 to 2 times a day instead. And it would be very easy for me to say, this is important, LinkedIn, it's a business channel. And it is the only social media channel that I'm on. And I do go there often to research prospects and look at posts from thought leaders and people, business peers. And I sometimes message people through there. But let's face it, it can be a rabbit hole. What is one thing you would like to cut back on that doesn't move you toward your goal? Whatever that goal is, that goal could even be going to bed at a decent hour. And somehow you get sucked into reading the news in bed on your phone, and the next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock. What can you do to stop that impulse? Do you need to install an app that physically blocks you from it? Do you need to invest in a door hanger or sign or a real analog alarm clock? With food cravings, can you force yourself to wait 5 minutes? It's only 5 minutes, right? The next time you spend more minutes on something than you would have liked to, think about how you would approach that differently next time. Have an action plan and remove that distraction. Thank you for listening to the RaderCo Health-Powered Productivity Podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, and forward this episode to at least one person you know could benefit. And can I ask a favor? If you felt this podcast was valuable, please consider supporting it by donating to our tip jar to continue giving you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. And get your sneak peek of my latest book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, Clutter-Free, Healthy Living, One Step at a Time, with the novice behaviors from chapter 1 that includes how to deal with all those rings, pings, and buzzes, how to declutter your digital desktop and why it's important, and how to play hide and seek with your food to help with portion control. It's waiting for you at helloraderco.com/gift.